Every morning, the thoughts we entertain shape the trajectory of our day and, ultimately, our lives. When you wake up and tell yourself you're exhausted, you'll likely move through the day slowly, burdened by that fatigue. Conversely, if you affirm your strength and potential, you will begin to embody that power. Your mind takes cues from your voice, so it's crucial to speak truth to yourself before doubt sets in. By articulating the right thoughts and affirmations, you can align your actions to follow. Think of your morning self-talk as a launch pad. It's not merely a daily ritual, but a potent tool to set your intentions. In just a few moments, I will share how powerful morning affirmations can radically transform your mindset, energy, direction, and life. Each day is a new opportunity, a fresh canvas awaiting your brushstroke. The lessons of yesterday may be in your rearview mirror, but they should not dictate your actions today. Many people drag their past mistakes along with them as if failure is an indelible mark. It doesn't have to be that way. Failure is merely feedback. Yesterday served as your teacher, and today presents an opportunity for renewal. You can start anew at any moment. Reclaim that power. Rise from your bed each morning and declare, no matter what has transpired before, I choose who I am today. That is the essence of true freedom. The freedom to define your own attitude and to govern your day, rather than letting it control you. To begin anew, refuse to wallow in past disappointments. Dress with intention, walk with purpose, and step into your life as if you are embarking on a mission. When you approach each day as if it's day one, your mind resets, opening up to new possibilities rather than clinging to old patterns. Picture a soldier rising at dawn. He doesn't dwell on yesterday's exhaustion. Instead, he laces up his boots and moves forward. Can you adopt that mindset? Imagine if today truly were your first day on Earth. What risks would you take? Who could you become? The choice is entirely yours. No one else can steer your ship. Recognize that you have control over your focus. Your mind is like a lantern. Wherever you direct it, that's what gets illuminated. However, many walk through life allowing their attention to scatter from one worry to the next, which breeds confusion and a sense of being lost. You are not one of those people. You are a direction setter, not a drifter. Every morning, affirm to yourself, I am in control of what I focus on. Ignore the distractions and doubts, the actions of others. Concentrate solely on what brings you closer to your goals. Focus sharpens purpose, and without it, your power diminishes. So, how do you cultivate this mastery? Start with your initial thoughts. Are you nourishing your mind with fear or fueling it with ambition? Vocalize your focus, jot it down, and keep it visible like a guiding compass. Visualize a builder laying bricks to create a home. If he spends all his time gazing at what others are doing, his walls won't rise. But if he remains undistracted, brick by brick, his masterpiece comes to life. Which path are you pursuing? Are you chasing fleeting sparks of excitement or nurturing a steady flame of purpose within yourself? Recognize that strength often exists in subtle forms. It doesn't always make a loud entrance or wear a crown. Sometimes, it manifests as the person who, despite feeling sore and tired, chooses to persevere. True strength shows up in moments of quiet determination. The worker who returns despite fatigue. The parent who gives their all without seeking applause. The individual who rises after every setback. This strength is within you. Even when it feels distant, it remains close, waiting for your action to bring it forth. Just remember, Feelings are not facts. They ebb and flow. One moment filled with confidence, the next overshadowed by doubt. Your will, however, is anchored and unwavering. It runs deeper than fear and louder than any fatigue. Even when feelings whisper that you're unprepared or in need of rest, recognize that those whispers aren't your true voice. They are distractions meant to detract from your purpose. You don't need to feel powerful to act powerfully. All you need is the resolve to choose. Strength begins with a decided mindset, with the choice to rise each day and move forward, despite your emotions lagging behind. Every morning, declare this truth: I am stronger than I feel. Voice this affirmation, not merely for motivation, but as a firm assertion of your evolving identity. Don't wait for the right moment to feel empowered. Act in spite of any uncertainties. Action will train your emotions. It will teach your body and mind that you are capable. The strength you seek is activated through movement, not feelings. When you take action, fear begins to recede, and the strength you thought was absent will emerge. What does strength look like? It's doing what is necessary before excuse. Manifest. It's engaging in tasks despite your mind urging you to delay. It's nudging your body into action when your emotions crave comfort. Genuine strength is not about emotion. It resides in the decisions we make. Every time you act before your mood has a chance to influence you, you sharpen your edge. You reveal the true potential within you. Over time, as you cultivate this discipline, motivation will become secondary. Consistency transforms into a fire that continues to burn brightly. Imagine this. You wake before sunrise. The house is quiet, devoid of an audience or any rewards, just silence and the power of your decision. You lace up your shoes, lift your pen, open your book, train, and show up. That simple choice, that unnoticeable victory, embodies the essence of true strength. It may not be flashy, but it is undeniably impactful. It is the kind of strength that builds legacies, grows quietly, and doesn't require accolades to thrive. So ask yourself, are you following your feelings or leading them towards action? Once you take the reins, your feelings will follow, and you will discover that you've had this strength within you all along. I am responsible for my life. Each morning offers a sacred moment before the clamor of the world intrudes, a chance to make a decision. Will I take control, or will I drift? Many wake late and respond passively to the ebb and flow of daily life, reinforcing a sense of victimhood. When challenges arise, they often look outward for blame, pointing fingers at government, their jobs, or upbringing. Yet they neglect the most important truth. Ownership begins within. The man who triumphs refuses to engage in blame. He stands before the mirror and asserts, "It's my responsibility." That is where power resides, not in perfect circumstances, but in personal accountability. Responsibility is not a burden. It's a formidable weapon. It differentiates between leaders and complainers. When you take ownership of your life, you become unshakable. You are no longer at the mercy of others or controlled by fear or fate. You become your own authority. The moment you stop blaming others is the moment you start building your future. No one requires permission or luck. All you need to do is assert, "This is my life, and I will shape it." That is the highest form of autonomy. A person who claims their path, regardless of how flawed its beginnings may be. Speak daily, "I am responsible for my life." Say it with conviction, especially when your circumstances seem to resemble chaos. Only those who take responsibility can mend what is broken, regenerate from the ruins, or transform their health and mindset. If your health falters, alter your habits. If your mind is murky, clear it with truth. If your work lacks fulfillment, create a better version. Responsibility is an active pursuit. It doesn't wait for a rescuer. It demands that you push forward, even when the journey is challenging. How do you embody this truth? Through decisions, not mere talk or intentions. Actual decisions. Every meal you eat is a vote for health or illness. Every hour you allocate is a seed sown for a fruitful harvest or future regret. Every interaction either builds your character or erodes it. There are no neutral actions. You cast votes every single day. The individual who comprehends this becomes empowered, slowly, not instantaneously, but with each conscious endeavor. Responsibility lies not only in monumental moments, but also in the small choices that shape an entire life. Picture a ship's captain facing a storm. As thunder crackles and waves crash, does he lament the weather or curse the ocean? No, he takes charge, studies the winds, adjusts the sails, and leads. He steers not because he can control the storm, but because he commands the ship. You must embody that mindset. Life will continue to throw challenges your way, but these struggles aren't your adversaries. Passivity and blame are. The individual who blames external circumstances never reaches the shore, but the one who persists, regardless of the storms, will always find a way. So, ask yourself, who's steering your ship this morning? Is it the part of you that blames or delays? Or is it the part that acts, builds, and endures? Each day you rise, the wheel is in front of you, presenting two choices, to grab it or to drift. Allow others to expend their energy blaming. You will steer your course with conviction. You may not control the storm, but you can always dictate your path through it. That is true responsibility and empowerment. I speak power into my day. Words are not meaningless. They're not mere decorations or fillers. Words hold weight and command influence. Each sentence you utter plants a seed deep within your mind, significantly shaping what follows. Speak tiredness long enough, and your body will comply. Label yourself unlucky, and life will reflect that narrative back to you. However, when you speak of strength, your spirit will rise. Declare resilience, and your very muscles will respond in kind. You are not just narrating your life, you are actively speaking it into existence. This is why negative words can be detrimental. They detract from your strength, making you feel smaller and weaker. In contrast, powerful affirmations can invigorate your spirit, leading you toward unstoppable momentum. Every morning, you are faced with a pivotal choice, not merely about what to wear or eat, but about what to say. Will you declare defeat before the day even begins, or choose words that empower you to triumph? The person who rises with intention speaks with purpose, saying, I am focused, I am prepared, I am relentless. Gradually, their bodies, minds, and habits align with these affirmations. Those who cultivate positivity become what they affirm because they actively choose to speak life instead of laziness. So how do you harness this truth? Don't wait for the world to form your narrative. Take the lead. The news and others' complaints can set a tone, but you have the power to establish your own. Awaken each day and command the day ahead of you. Look in the mirror and assert, I rise to meet today's challenges. Do this before fear has a chance to plant seeds of doubt in your mind. Words are akin to fire. If you ignite them early, They will blaze through every obstacle the world throws in your path. Picture two individuals rising side by side. One groans, stretches, and complains, "It's too early. I hate this." What happens? His shoulders slump, his steps slow, and he meanders through the day feeling defeated. The other person opens their eyes and boldly states, "Let's go! I was built for this." His spine straightens, footsteps quicken, and by noon, one man is engulfed in excuses, while the other is well on his way to achieving success. The only variable? Their words. So reflect on which individual you aspire to be. Start small, but be genuine. Declare your intentions before doubt has a chance to arise. Your words can either be weapons or weights, lifting you toward success or chaining you to lethargy. There is no neutral stance. Every word propels you forward or holds you back. You must become adept at wielding the power of spoken words. Bless your day before it commences. Assert, "I am focused, I am calm, I am unwavering." Speak these truths, even when you don't feel them, especially when you don't, because your feelings will ultimately align with your declarations. In due course, your lived reality will resonate with the affirmations you've chosen to embody. This isn't some mystical process. It's the hallmark of maturity. Weak individuals wait to feel strong before speaking with confidence, while warriors understand that speech precedes action. The sword of your words carves the path of your existence. So, speak your intentions daily. Don't merely discuss your goals. Declare them. Don't just wish for discipline. Claim it vocally. Let your language serve as your protective armor, building toward your destiny. Speak until your feet instinctively move, until your habits manifest, and until your results reflect your beliefs. Assess whether your words are sharpening your resolve or dulling your edge. Are they igniting your passions or fostering your fears? Each word is a deliberate choice. Every sentence is a step forward. If you wish to elevate your life, speak with intention. Uplift, advance, and assert yourself boldly. The one who governs their words will ultimately dictate their future. Allow the world to murmur doubting whispers. Let the weak dwell in complaint. You will command your existence, conquer hurdles, and create a life of purpose with every utterance. I am more formidable than any obstacle. When faced with challenges, your mind has two pathways: to shrink back or to rise up. The majority choose to retreat, letting obstacles convince them of their inadequacy, whispering the narrative that this is the end, or that they were never meant to win. Consequently, they view each delay as an insurmountable barrier. But you are not just anyone. You were not created to retreat or surrender. You were designed to overcome. Each admired individual has encountered an obstacle that appeared insurmountable. Yet instead of buckling, they chose to ascend. You too must summon this courage. Obstacles do not shatter individuals. They unearth their true essence. A powerful transformation occurs when you rise within before circumstances shift outside. The obstacle may still loom, and pressures may continue to weigh heavily, but your outlook will shift. You will no longer see it merely as a barrier, but as a challenge to conquer. Each time you acknowledge your inner power, you chip away at the illusion that you are too small to succeed. Say this loudly: I am bigger than this. Because you truly are. Your inner voice, relentless will, and steadfast resolve possess greater strength than any challenge, if you allow them to guide you. The Isa doesn't need to shift. Instead, you must grow in spirit. Refuse to wait for the world to present an easier path. It never will. Life intensifies for the unprepared, yet it rewards those who are ready. You are in a constant state of evolution, growing stronger, sharper, and more dedicated. The greater your spirit becomes, the less significant your obstacles appear. Reflect on your past. How many daunting challenges have you already conquered? What makes this situation unique? This is not punishment, but rather a stepping stone. Your hurdles are not designed to halt you, but to sculpt you. When confronted with hardship, rise rather than fall back. The victor is the one who exceeds the capacity of the challenges they face. They don't wait for the storm to cease. They find ways to thrive despite the rain. Every trial hides lessons that only the driven discover. People typically stop moving at the sign of discomfort, mistaking it for a warning. Discomfort is not an enemy. It is an invitation to evolve, to grow, to become unshakable. If you flee from every challenge, you will never encounter your strongest self. Conversely, if you lean into the discomfort, you will rise above it. So how can you rise? First, face the obstacle. Next, turn inward to examine yourself. Consider this: which one holds more permanence? The obstacle only exists as long as you permit it. The moment you commit to confronting, navigating, or learning from it, its power begins to wane. Conversely, if you hesitate, the challenge only gains strength. This is why your response must be swift. Approaching the challenge with strength, not fear, with clarity, not confusion. Your future will not bow to barriers. It awaits your initiative to face them head-on. Choose determination over anxiety, vision over uncertainty. Remember, you possess the ability to prevail. Your mind is not designed to succumb to fear. It is meant to empower. Every day you have an opportunity to harness your inner power and direct it toward meaningful action. Embrace the journey ahead, for it is within challenges that you will find transformative growth. Own your life, steer your ship, and speak to the greatness that lies within you. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to stay updated with more motivational content. Like, share, and comment to support our work and spread the message.